All right, so we'll start with the basics. Basically, what is what on the machine?
Okay, so have you guys pumped before, or have you been around pumps?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So you got your main pressure gauge here. This is at the end of the piston. So what you're seeing here to here is about
What it's showing.
we're showing, right? So now there's a calculation for every 50 foot, it drops 100 bar. But if you have 300 feet, you're not going to have that pressure at the end, of course. You know what I mean? This is at the main pressure. On a 160, you have forward gear only, and you got one stroke in reverse, and it'll pressure out. So if you actually got a plug, you throw it in reverse, turn it on, and you hear ee, turn it back off, and then you can bust the ass end loose if you had a plug.
So you turn it off to put it back up in the reverse?
Right. This is a manual override. You lift it up to pump forward. Boom, boom. This is in the forward gear. Pump, 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 and then it quits it. It's just like putting this in neutral.
I got you.
That's what the switch is.
That's what the switch
No,
is.
but he's not gonna use that switch so much because he's got a wireless.
Correct. This is just manual. If you're sitting here and you're priming out and you had a guy at the end, you could see him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just
Right. Just pump him out right there.
Right. And then you go off, and then you go in reverse, and then you can in reverse, and you'll go one stroke. And that's it.
Okay.
It'll stop. And now you've got your flow control. This actually speeds the pistons.
Piston up?
Yeah. It's just like a water valve. You unscrew it, speeds it up, screw it in, it slows it down.
Okay.
If you screw it all the way in, it'll shut it off. It'll stop the pistons from moving. So you got your concrete pump, you got your engine throttle, and that works off the engine. You see the cable. You got your preset fuses. One's for F3 is for the fan, F4 is going to be remote, and 2 and 1 are going to be for the main auxiliary pump. This is for forward and reverse.
Okay.
And all that does is it runs this lever, as you can see here.
Yep.
And this is called an ATOS valve, and that just turns your main pressure off and on. The reason why I'm pointing to that, if you notice on top here, it's a manual override. So if you lost the alternator or somebody stole your battery, you can use your truck, hook it up, start it, and you can press that in, and it'll go into whatever this is in.
I got you.
Forward.
That's what I was telling you earlier. Remember that even if you lose your battery, you can still pump it.
Pump it.
Right. Over Poochmeister, they're a little bit more electronic. You need to get another battery or alternator and leave it hooked up. Whereas on a Schwing, you can start it up, take the battery off.
I got you.
Keep running. You got your water box in here, and that's got your piston cups.
Yep.
And then you got your main drain here.
So we're going to fill it up fresh every day?
Every day.
And drain it every night?
Every night, correct. And the correct way is just under the rod. Just under the rod, the water.
Okay.
Anything else will splash out.
Okay.
Now, what I'm saying under the rod is if you so happen to leave it overnight, what's going to happen with these packings, after they contract, they tighten up. It's like a straw. So it's going to suck water.
Got you.
And then the next time you start in the morning, it's going to return back to the tank.
Got you.
And over time, a year and a half, the water will start building up. When that main drive pump sucks the water up, it'll blow it instantly. Boom.
Okay.
So
So drain it every night, and every time we're done.
every night, right?
Yeah.
And then the hydraulic tank itself, you're going to drain once a week. If you look under here, see right in here. Yeah. There's a quarter turn valve. Oh, just a little cap size, maybe like a water bottle size. Yeah. Just drain it every week, and that lets the condensation from the tank.
Oh, that's a condensation valve. I got you. I got you. Okay.
A lot of guys put a rubber hose.
Yeah.
And they fill it in their pump-up sprayer with a little bit of diesel, and then that's
And then spray it down.
Yeah. So you don't want to waste it.
Okay.
So you got your proxy switches for your low oil battery, and then you got your fan control, and that just turns the fan off and on. You hear the fan?
Yep.
But you always keep it up.
Keep it on.
Always.
Keep it on, yeah. In Florida, yeah. Then you got your RPM gauge for your engine, and then your hour gauge.
So we're gonna rev this thing up to a certain RPM, just leave it run like that, and then work this here for the pumping.
That is right.
Correct. Yeah, because the main drive, if you look at the cooler here, you see how it runs off of this pump?
Yeah.
Well, it's a piggyback pump to this. So if you run this engine speed at half, then you're only running capability of cooling at half, right? So you run this all the way out and you vary the control.
Okay.
A lot of guys like, damn, it's so noisy, but unfortunately you have to.
That's the way it is.
Right. On the older pumps, you could, like that old 70 out there and stuff, you can run like that, but the newer ones from about 2001 on up, you can't anymore. So they run piggyback.
All right.
You got your hydraulic filter up here. Yep. You see that up there? And there's a restriction gauge at the very top that lets you know if you open this door.
I see it now.
Yeah. If you open this door here, you can see the restriction
Okay.
gauge. With this filter and along with the engine filters, you're going to change every 250 hours.
Okay.
Now the restriction gauge, now you're going to see this in the morning. It's going to go almost into the red because the oil's cold and it's thick. This is at the end of the day. If you still see it in the red, then of course you're going to have to kick it off a little bit earlier. They're expensive filters, but you know they're like blood. I mean, as long as you keep it clean.
So where's this filter at?
The hydraulic filter.
Oh, the hydraulic and stuff. Okay, I got you.
It shouldn't go dirty because you got new oil. You know, probably after 5 or 6 years, you're gonna have to keep your eye on it more and more and more.
Yep.
We use AW46, which is anywhere 4,600 hours. So you should get about, if you clean it, you know, once a year and a half, you should get the 4,000 hours out. You should.
All right.
Now, how about the engine oil?
Along with all the filters, it's 250 hours.
What kind is it?
250 hours. Okay.
And then we put the 10W30 in there.
Okay.
It's a blend. If you want to go to full synthetic, you can, but it's just wasting your money. Synthetic only works as if the engine's brand new.
I got
you
you.
put that poly coating on it. Once the engine's broken in, you're just wasting your money now. You know. But if you put a blend, that's pretty good, and that's what the manufacturer puts in. So, you got the overheat horn here. If the belt should break for the cooling fan, it's
gonna blow.
Yeah, it's gonna blow. Yeah. And when you hear that, yeah, you better shut it off and find out what's going on. And every morning, you're going to hear that click. If you don't hear the click, you know there's an e-stop or something's pressed, or the fuel solenoid's burned out. So you need to hear that click every morning because that's what opens the fuel relay.
Gotcha.
Without the click.
All right.
And you can see where it's at. It's pretty simple to change. You just take the front cowling off. It's just a solenoid in here.
I got you.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. And that would be your manual override. If the solenoid should go bad,
go out.
yeah, you can turn it off manually.
Okay.
You got your dipstick here and your fill tube for your engine oil.
All right.
And then I just use those ramp up 30, 03 filters. And that's safe. The old boy who had it was running red diesel, and it's a little bit lighter now because I took most of it out. But I mean, you can still run red if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, we're just running regular old diesel.
The brakes and the spindles have gone through, and then we put bearing buddies on there.
Okay.
So on each side, so you can get better wear out of the bearings. You got 3 E-stops, 1, 2, and then on the far side, on the other side. And that was to keep, you know, if your hand or something got caught, you could hit it. You know, everywhere you are,
you can hit one.
You can hit one, correct. HBVs are a little bit more forgiving. As long as you don't turn it on while your hand's in there, you shouldn't have a problem because the piston will just push your hand back.
Right.
On the bigger pumps with the rock valve, they'll actually cut them off. You know. And like the warning, you never put your hands in there while it's running.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, at the end of the day, I tell a lot of operators, instead of dumping the water box and just washing out, I take the lid off. You're checking for more than just dumping the water. There's 2 connecting bolts. You can see them on either side. So you'd bring it down, stop it, look at the bolts, bring it down again, and look at the other side. That way, because we put new piston couplers, they have a chance of loosening up.
Loosen up some, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as washing out, you know, on the back, the compensating valve, hopper, balls, seats, how do you properly wash out? How do you, say if you plugged up, what do you open when you plugged up?
It depends on where the plug is, right? Most of the time, it's going to be in your 2 to 3 reducer. Most of the time. Now, if you're using a grout and you let it sit for half hour and the machine vibrates it down, chances are it's going to plug. You're going to have to bustle it. You open it up, and these 2 balls are going to fall out. You just wash it all out, inside, back, put the 2 balls in there, shut it, and then
Feed it back down.
Yeah. And there's an orientation. You put this one down first, and this one, and then front and back.
Gotcha.
The compensating valve is pretty self-sufficient because there's a main spring in here. It's always pushing down. So when you wash out, you just kind of squirt a little water in up here, and that'll clear out anything.
Clear.
Yeah. Now, over time, when there's oil actually in here, over time it's going to go bad. You can tell when it's going bad because you're down 200 feet and you can still see the hose jumping. You know it's bad. It's time to change it out. Okay. It's best. The reason why the rods are so big is it'll actually lift that 14,000 pound forklift
So the
up.
best is to bring it back here and it's all change oil.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of guys put like a backhoe bucket on it and then cut them off. It'll lift the backhoe bucket up. I mean, they're pretty volatile, so I usually chain them down and then do them. But I mean, if you can do it, if you want to do it, you can do it yourself. But just be fair warned, it's pretty volatile. You got your outriggers and then just a manual pinch point. You put the back ones down, and then you crank up the front, and that takes the bubble off the tires. If it's always hooked to the truck, you
It's
never
always
need.
hooked to the truck.
Yeah. I mean, if you leave these things around for an hour, they're going to be gone. You know that. You better have this thing locked up and behind a cage. They get here fast. Me and Edward had an incident a few years ago. The guy sold the one that we sold the guy. So when he brought it to us, it was ours.
He wanted to sell it to us. He wanted to sell it to us, and so I see our sticker on it, and Harold said, "That's one of our pumps." So I called the office immediately with the serial number, and the lady says it belongs to Giovanni in West Palm Beach. I called Giovanni, don't pick up. Called him 10 times. What the fuck you want? Like, dude, where are you at? He's like, I'm at the fucking police station. Somebody stole my goddamn pump. I say, yeah, I got it in front of me right now. I'm trying to see if I can take it away from this guy or what. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he stole it from me. So, we gave him a story that the police was looking for him, and they were looking for a guy on a white truck with a white pump. So if you go on the white truck, they're not going to look for you. So he left the pump and went away.
And then I got your control over in here. Okay, you put it in here. I just leave it around here. That's the safest place. It don't bounce off.
Okay.
I'll give you a few extra you can put in your truck just in case. I even heard that nylon rope, like clothesline. I've seen guys use that before.
Yeah,
I mean,
just in case, huh?
Yeah, just in case. But I mean, they're cheap. I think you can buy a box of them for $5. Yeah, they're pretty cheap. You got your tail lights here. You get an extra wedge pin. You got one to use and one extra. You might want to keep the extra in your truck, because every once in a while, your guy will go down the road and hit a speed bump. And boom,
There they go.
And they're pretty necessary.
Everybody on this side, your oil cooler here, battery, main fuse for all the hardware. So it runs through this fuse, which is max 60, and then it runs into a 30. Okay. So chances are you'll never blow this.
Hello there. If you found the contents of this video to be useful, don't forget to subscribe. Also, you can go to our website, liveequipment.com, and you can see a complete list of equipment we have available for sale. Or just keep navigating through this channel. Have a great day.